When I first heard the words heart failure, I remember thinking, what does this mean? Being totally confused about it, but having this knot in the pit of my stomach. And I just wanted to create this channel because I want to go through the ups and downs of living with chronic heart failure. I want to inspire and motivate anyone living with a chronic illness. I want to be there for you if you get any kind of diagnosis, whether heart related or whatever your diagnosis may be. But most importantly, I want to show you that there is hope. So I just want to begin with my story. And just tell you a little bit about it for this video. My story began 4 years ago. I developed a virus and my body did not know what to do with the virus, and ultimately my body started turning on me and my organs began shutting down. And I developed 7 blood clots, and my heart started to fail and I went into heart failure. I was hospitalized for 2 months. That in the hospital is when I first heard the term heart failure. I had never heard the term before. And I remember when nurses would come in to my room and they would do like the review that they do if you're in the hospital when they're changing shifts. So they would come in my room with the nurse that was going to take over, and they would always whisper, "She's so young." And I knew that something was terribly wrong with me. I didn't understand what was wrong, what had happened, but I knew that something was wrong with me and I was scared. So basically, when I went into the hospital, when everything was shutting down, I ended up having to cardiac arrest in the hospital. And I was out for a pretty lengthy amount of time. So I do not remember much of my hospital stay. And I do not remember the first time that someone told me that I had heart failure. I just remember waking up in the hospital and hearing those words. And as a teacher, the word failure, it means you're not going to pass. And so I thought that I was dying. And in a sense, I did die twice. And in a sense, I was dying. My heart was functioning at that time at 10%. Normal heart function is 50 to 65%, and I was functioning at 10%. During my stay in the hospital, I was on life support. They inserted a defibrillator, and I will talk about all of these things in another video, but I just kind of wanted to give you that background. I do not have any memories before going into the hospital. I have limited memories of the hospital. I just have memories of waking up in the hospital and being so confused and hearing this diagnosis and thinking, I'm young, there's the word failure in this, and I don't know, but this is not good. And I had to learn to do all the things again. I had to learn to walk again. I had to learn so many things over. And I got home from the hospital and I was so grateful to be alive, but so scared because of that term, heart failure. And I remember one day I decided that I would research it on the internet. So I typed it in, and the first thing that pops up with Google is life expectancy of someone with heart failure, 5 years. And when I saw that, I just became extremely depressed. I felt defeated, and I just didn't know what to expect. And I just kind of withdrew into myself. So as I was trying to process this, I just withdrew into myself. I went through a phase of depression. Like, this cannot be my life. I was healthy one day, literally. I got sick, and now I have this diagnosis that has the word failure. And failure to me means doom. And I just could not think in terms of the future. I couldn't sleep at night. I was scared out of my everlasting, loving mind. I searched endlessly on the internet for something positive, and I could find nothing positive. And throughout this past 4 years, I have been digging my way out of fear, anxiety, out of the stigma from this diagnosis. And I want to bring to you guys some hope, some optimism, somebody decided to call this term heart failure, but that doesn't mean that I am on my way out, as I first thought when I heard that term in the hospital. And I live a very, very normal life now. And I want to be able to share that with you and encourage you. If you are a heart warrior, if your heart does not function at a normal, if you're a heart warrior, if you have cardiomyopathy, if you are in heart failure, if you have a chronic illness, I want to be there for you. And so that is why I created this channel. I want to share my journey with you, and my hope is that I can encourage you when you are feeling like you are in the lowest valley and you are going to be stuck there. I want to show you guys that you are not stuck there. I want to help you know that yes, you might be in a valley right now, but you are going to get out of the valley. You're not going to be stuck in that valley forever. And I thought that I was going to be stuck in that valley forever. And thank the Lord, I got out of that valley. And my heart function actually went from that 10% to 50%. So my heart is functioning, it's a low normal, but it is functioning at a normal rate. I went from lots of medicines. I am taking very little medication. I'm not downplaying the illness, but I am saying that 4 years later, I feel great. I have an active lifestyle. I do everything I can to take care of my body and to be the best me that I can be. And on this channel, I want to share that with you. On this channel, you will find days in my life. I'm going to go over some of the medications that I take. I'm going to go over stigmatism. I want to go over the fact that you can do all the right things. You can be healthy. You can work out every day. You can eat well. And you can still get a chronic illness. You can still get a heart condition. And that's okay. Still do those things. Still try to eat healthy. Try to get plenty of exercise. But just know that sometimes things happen. But I am here for you. So I will be doing some of those day in the lives. I am also going to talk about some different therapies that I have done that have helped me over the course of this time. But like I said, I just want to be here for you. I want to be your support. I want to guide you through getting out of that valley and getting back your life. And that is what I want for you more than anything else. And I know that together we can go through these highs and lows. So thank you guys so much. I cannot wait to bring out tons of content to you, and I am excited to get to know each and every single one of you and hear about your journeys as well.